The cuffs clicked louder than they should have. Right wrist, then left. Cold metal. Warm betrayal. I stood in full dress uniform, the Pentagon briefing room lit with sterile LEDs and 10 eyes burning into mine. The encrypted call flickered on the center screen. One line burned itself into memory. 5 SUVs. Military response en route. They thought it was part of the op. It wasn't. It was my setup. And he made the first move. General Richard Merrick, my father-in-law. He slapped the cuffs on me himself, slow, deliberate, like it brought him pleasure. He leaned in and said it under his breath. "You're not a real officer. You're a lie in uniform." I didn't speak, didn't fight, didn't blink. I had waited too long for this. He used to toast me at dinners. "To Captain Ward, my son-in-law, my pride in uniform." He gave me his old academy pin on the day of my wedding, eyes misty. "Keep our legacy going, son." Turns out, legacy only mattered when it was his blood, not some no-name orphan from Pennsylvania with scars he didn't recognize and secrets he couldn't control. I wasn't what he planned for his daughter. I was what she chose. He smiled through his teeth at the wedding and started digging the next morning. It unraveled slowly. My clearance access flickered off at random. Old missions got red flagged. Audits I'd already passed reopened. Then came the IG letter, suspicious credentials, inconsistencies, a fake accusation buried under real protocols. But it was the night I caught him on my network, my private drive, that sealed it. Only one man had that root-level access, the man who wrote the software. Me. He'd slipped in through a back door I never taught anyone, except the one time he asked for help setting up his secure server. And that's when I knew. This wasn't military protocol. It was personal. I spent 6 months building my silence. I started with mirrors, digital twins of every file, every log, every message. I let him see the ones I wanted him to see. Meanwhile, I traced every shell company linked to the fake ops reports. They all bled into one offshore trust. Beneficiary? GNR Merrick. War profiteering disguised as black ops. Missions that never happened, bodies that never existed. I created a fake whistleblower and let the DIA chase ghosts while I fed the real story to someone else. My wife. His daughter. She cried when I showed her. Didn't want to believe it. Then she pulled out a flash drive. "Dad gave this to me a year ago. Told me to destroy it if anything happened to him. It was his insurance." Every illegal contract, every false op, every name, including mine. He planned to burn me to keep himself warm. She gave me the drive. Didn't say a word. She didn't need to. I leaked the SUV call myself. Planted it inside a scrambled field-op brief with an embedded data spike, set to trigger during my Pentagon presentation. He'd have to intercept it. He'd have to make a move. And he did. Right on cue. The second the cuffs locked, the encrypted call froze mid-feed, and the data spike exploded through the network. All across DoD servers, his shadow accounts began lighting up like warheads on infrared. The agents in the room went from watching me to watching the screens. Then they turned to him. He tried to talk, tried to frame it as a containment measure, a field test gone wrong, protocol. But then General Mathers stepped forward. "You were never supposed to be on this briefing, Richard." She tapped her tablet once, and every file from that flash drive projected across the wall. "He didn't forge his records," she said. "You did. After laundering millions through false flag units you fabricated under your own task force clearance." He reached for his badge. They reached for their weapons. He didn't go down quietly. Men like him never do. As they dragged him out of the room, he locked eyes with me, still searching for control, still believing he could flip it. "Is this what you wanted?" he hissed. I stepped forward, calm. "Not what I wanted, what you earned." He shouted for his daughter. She wasn't there. She was already testifying. in a closed-room Senate hearing, with the flash drive in her hand. They cleared me in 36 hours, reinstated in 72, promoted within the month. They said I kept quiet under fire. They didn't know it was his fire I walked through. But that's the thing about betrayal. It teaches you patience, control, and when the time is right, it teaches you how to burn the right man to the ground. He tried to rewrite my story. Now he's a footnote in mine. His legacy? Sealed in evidence rooms and dishonorable discharge files. And me? I stand where he tried to bury me. Uniform pressed, badge real. I was never his son, but I was always the better soldier.